My name is Elaine Waterman, and I am the Executive Director at the Firehouse Art Center. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to do face painting in terms of Dia de los Muertos. So we are going to be doing a sugar skull face painting on my son Ethan, and we are basing it off of this, which is Calavera Catrina, which is a lithographic print by Jose Guadalupe Posada. So the first step when we are doing our face painting is, of course, to color the face white with cream makeup. Now, we are going to be using this cream makeup that you would find at the makeup store or the Halloween store. So it's often best to use these sponges. And I've put it on this tray right here. And Ethan, if you come just a little bit closer, we're going to cover his whole face, except for the area right around the eyes, which is where we are going to have it dark so that he ends up looking like a skeleton. It's not a scary skeleton. It is more of a smiling skeleton. Death is not something to be afraid of in this holiday. It is something to be celebrated as much as life is. So you do kind of want to get it pretty thick. I'm using the sponge to kind of dab, and that gives it a thicker white appearance. Okay, so we have got you pretty much set for the white makeup, and we are going to go ahead and do the black around your eyes. So this makeup right here is just makeup that is activated by water. So I took a brush, water, and I wet it, and I am going to just take this brush and pretty much paint. So you want to get black around the eyes. Now, some of the motifs that you'll see for this, they'll have flowers at the top. You might have hearts around it. There's also spider webs. You see lots of spider webs in this. You know, if you wanted to go really simple, you could just do the black around the eyes. But we're going to get a little bit more elaborate with ours. So now I have the makeup around his eyes, and I'm going to do his nose next. So sometimes you can do like just the whole nose and a little bit of a triangle, or you can separate it out and do one side and then the other side. And it's okay if, it's not exact. It doesn't have to be a mirror image. And yay. Next thing that we'll do is we are going to do skeleton's mouth. So a lot of times people will come up to the cheek right here and do a little curve down. And like I said, the skeleton is usually smiling or laughing. Death is not something to be afraid of. It is celebrated. So our skeletons are happy skeletons. And you can do just a little bit of a line right here. And then you can do the teeth. So sometimes people put little dots and then do the teeth as if it was like sewn shut, or you can just go straight. And these brushes are really great because it's a flat brush, so you can do a section that's very thick. If you turn it on its side, you can get a line that is very thin. Of course, if you eat anything, Ethan, after I do this, then your lines get a little messed up. But that's okay, because a lot of the Dia de los Muertos celebration does have to do with food and celebrating with your families and sharing meals. So it's okay if your skeleton makeup gets a little messed up. Okay, so now we have pretty much a simple calacas, or simple skeleton Dia de los Muertos makeup right now, but we are gonna get a little bit crazy, and we're gonna go with a spider web at the top, and we're gonna do a spider web at the bottom as well. So sometimes it's good to just do the lines that go down first. So we got this line, and that line. And come down with this one. So here, you know, it's very common to see the flowers along the crown of the hair and also down here at the chin. I am doing a spider web for Ethan, and you do these curved lines for the web. Just like that. And then we'll do it for the chin as well. So I'm going to go. Do a little spider web down here too. So obviously you can get as detailed as you want depending on how small your brushes are or how big they are. When you get to do these tiny little details, you might want smaller brushes. In this area, it is very common to see some designs on the cheek. And you know, you kind of want to have it be symmetrical. It doesn't have to be exact, but you know, so I'll put a little swirl here and a little swirl there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do a design around the outside of his eyes. So here is where you'll see a lot of people end up doing petals for flowers. And once again, these brushes are really great because you can do a thick kind of thing all the way around, and it gets pretty simple. You know, you can just do lines all the way around. What you could do is you could do a mouth with the red, and that would be fine. With the boys, I like to leave it with just a line. And another fun thing that you can do is around the edges, when it's wet, if you have any kind of glitter. Sorry, Ethan, I'm going to put some glitter on your face. You can take your brush, make sure that your brush is wet, and you can, if you wet these areas and prepare them, you can come in with some glitter and you can add it like that. And it sticks to the wet area. And you can have all kinds of stuff that you can add. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea how to do your face painting for Dia de los Muertos. And then also kind of gives you a jumping place to you know, use your own imagination and think of some designs that you want to have on your face. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.